Hi, my name's Lydia and we're here in the beautiful grounds of Northampton Cathedral. I'm here in the Healing Garden, which is located just in front of the St Thomas Centre behind me. And today I have been invited to share with you on the theme of Believe and Convert. Faith is a really important word to us as Catholics because it really defines our identity. We have plenty of other identities. We might be mothers, we might be artists, we might be priests, but fundamentally our most important identity is that we are daughters and sons of God. A beautiful passage of scripture comes from John's Gospel about the woman at the well, which really beautifully illustrates our most important identity. In this piece of scripture, Jesus invites this woman who is an outcast of society. She's a sinner, she's been married many times, she is a Samaritan and he is a Jew. They would never ever converse with each other, let alone would he offer her a drink. In this passage, we are reminded that all of us are worthy of God's love, that nobody is too unworthy to be in relationship with Jesus Christ. It also reminds us that we are called to break boundaries. Jesus, in his ministry on earth, was a rebel. He did things that nobody expected of him. In Jewish tradition, men would have been discouraged from having a conversation with a woman in public, let alone a Samaritan woman. And in this passage, Jesus is someone who is in need of a drink. We sometimes forget that he had the same human qualities as we do, that at times he was exhausted, he was thirsty, and he was in need of refreshment. And so he goes to this woman and he asks her to give him a drink, and she is completely taken aback. We are also reminded that as Catholics we are called to break boundaries. Jesus in his ministry on earth did things that were not expected of him. He was a rebel in many regards. And with the woman at the well, the fact that he was even conversing with her would have been frowned upon in Jewish tradition. And Jesus asks this woman for a drink. He is in need of refreshment because he is tired, he is thirsty, he is needing some energy. And in this moment, he doesn't miss an opportunity to convert hearts. He doesn't miss an opportunity to encounter somebody, for them to be able to see who is their creator and who loves them the most. Jesus gives himself freely to this woman as a gift, just as he gives each of us freely. And this is something that we can often struggle with. We can feel in today's culture that whenever somebody gives us something, that we must give them something in return. We forget what the word gift really means. We can sometimes ask ourselves, what will God ask of us in return? Well, quite simply, we only need to give of ourselves, and that is enough. And in this encounter with Jesus, the woman at the well is completely overwhelmed with love for Jesus. When she encounters him face to face, it transforms her heart, and she is drenched in the eternal water that he offers her. And this water is like a fountain. It gushes out of her. If we encounter Jesus truly and we see him as our brother, as our friend, as our teacher, as the Messiah, then we should also be going out to run to others, to share his love and to share the joy of the gospel.